Welcome to another episode of Wild Things and Wild Places. Before we dive into today's content, we want to take a moment to address something critical happening right now in Colorado as we approach the election. As absentee ballots are out, it's crucial that residents of Colorado are aware of Proposition 127. This dangerous ballot measure seeks to prohibit the regulated hunting of mountain lions and bobcats in the state, undermining decades of science-based wildlife management. At Muley Fanatic Foundation, we stand strongly against Prop 127. Colorado Parks and Wildlife has expertly managed the mountain lion population since the 1960s, using regulated hunting to maintain a healthy balance with prey species like mule deer. Proposition 127 threatens that balance and could severely impact local herds and hunting opportunities. If you call Colorado home, please, when you vote, help keep wildlife management in the hands of the experts. Say no to Prop 127 and help preserve the integrity of wildlife management based on science, not politics. Now that we've shared this important message, let's dive into today's episode where we continue our Putting the U in Hunt series with a special focus on Wyatt. Get ready for some great stories and insights into how this program works. And here's our host, Joshua Coursey.
And welcome to another episode of Wild Things and Wild Places. I'm Joshua Coursey, and joining me today, got a slew of individuals, and excited to have all of them there. Of course, we'll start with the first and foremost. We got Wyatt Lamb, we got his dad, Sam, Drew Grossnickle, and Joey Fagel. Joining me today, we are talking about putting the U in hunt. Welcome, gents.
Welcome. How's it going?
Welcome. Yeah. But tomorrow morning at daybreak, we will begin what will be one of 4 elk hunts that will be facilitated from MFF headquarters in that greater Little Mountain area south of Rock Springs. And this hunter that we wanted to showcase with this podcast today, I had the pleasure of meeting him and his dad back in March at the Blue Ridge chapter event in Virginia. But yeah, Wyatt, it's been a long time since March, it seems. I bet you've thought about this a day or two since then.
About every day I thought about this.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to coming out here since Robert told me.
Yeah, so tell me about living in Virginia and thinking about coming to Wyoming. Have you ever been west at all, this far west?
Not this far west, no sir.
And you've never hunted elk?
No sir.
You've seen elk?
Nah, in real life.
Until yesterday. And you guys flew into the Rock Springs growing metropolis airport?
Yes sir.
Yeah.
Metropolis.
Walk through the tent? Is that what
Yeah. Actually, it was nicer than what it was, though.
Oh, nice. Joey, you were able to pick them up. Let's talk about yesterday a little bit.
Yeah, so they flew in, got there a little bit early. It was 12:30, which was a surprise. Caught us off guard, an airplane showing up earlier than normal. Yeah, but yeah, we welcome him and another family that's joining us, and then we just got right off to the start, introduced them to Wyoming right away. We took them out to where they'd be hunting, had a chance to call some elk in and see them up close and personal. It was a good time. We just didn't get to see that big bull that we saw that morning, but we'll see him tomorrow probably.
Yeah. First thoughts of the landscape, Dad?
Oh,
Sam or Wyatt, either one of you.
it's wide open and beautiful.
Little different, huh?
Yeah, it's different, but beautiful.
It's a lot different. You can see.
It's far. Yeah, what about this since March that you've been thinking about? What about it is, what's your first thoughts when you think about it, just in general?
Just coming out here and seeing.
New places, new experience, yeah.
Yes, sir.
You're going to be paired up tomorrow with two great guys that have been involved with helping us on several of these hunts over the last almost 6 years now, 4 or 5 years. But Drew and his dad, John Grossnickle, of course, our Sweetwater County Sheriff. Drew in his 15th year of medical school.
It feels like it's never ending, but we're getting close to the end now.
Close. You're excited. You and your dad have put some time in already, knowing you'd be helping again this year.
Yeah, my brother had a tag down there. My dad, my stepmom have a tag down there, so they've been grinding, trying to find the big bulls for you guys.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Scouting forecast looks positive, doesn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, always looks positive down there.
And the weather? Golly, can you believe this?
80 degrees, end of September.
It was marvelous weather. It's normally not this warm. This is very abnormal, but it's going to work out good. And that'll be an extra reason to get the job done first thing in the morning so we can get that off the mountain. It's still a little cool, but no pressure. So today we've been at the range. You got sighted in, fully confident with the tool and the weapon at hand?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, nice Weatherby 308 with a Maven scope. That was a nice tool to shoot, huh?
Real nice.
Dad, what are your thoughts? You've been quiet so far.
Oh, I'm enjoying it, having a good time just being here, watching him. I'm loving it that he gets this opportunity.
And you haven't been to Wyoming either?
I've never been to Wyoming. I've never seen live elk in person, and looking forward to eating some of the fresh elk meat.
That's the best part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're excited to have you. Let's talk, when we're talking about this week, this is very important for us to just be hunters and celebrate the heritage of us being hunters. But I don't want to dismiss the elephant in the room, but this is a special program that allows us to have special access 5 days before the public can hunt these lands. These are premium tags that many people have put in for years, but this program is specific to children. And by statute, this program has a different age for what they identify or designate children, that is at the age of under 21 at the time of harvest, which, Wyatt, you're 17, is that right?
Yes,
but it is designed for children with life-threatening or terminal illness. And let's talk a little bit. You're comfortable. We've talked a little bit about this before we hit record, about the diagnosis, when you found out. And maybe, Dad, we'll start with you.
Yeah, it was 9 days before his 16th birthday. He got diagnosed with leukemia. He spent his 16th birthday in the hospital in Fairfax County, Virginia, and world-class doctors there. They came up with a plan and started to execute the plan, and they're pretty confident that they're going to hold this cancer down, which you put it in remission, you don't really ever get rid of it. You put it in remission and try to fight it the rest of your life.
Look, tell me about that. Leading up to 9 days before your 16th birthday, what were some of the symptoms that made you think, gosh, Mom, Dad, there's something going on here?
The only thing that really stood out to me was the weeks before that, my back was hurting like unbearably.
Just internal back pain?
Yeah, it was just killing me. And I kept on telling Mom, and we went to the hospital where we're from. They didn't find nothing and all that. And we kept going to places. And I told Mom, I said, it's getting worse. We went got blood work done. And then from my pediatric doctors, and they told me when I got blood work done, I should probably go to the hospital right away because my white blood counts were really low.
And that just sent you down a whole battery of other tests.
I was rabbit hole.
Wow. How do you can never anticipate a day like that, you or Mom or Dad. But it sounds like right now everything is charted to be as positive as it could be.
Yes, sir.
What's in the future? More tests, annual checkups, every 3-year checkups? How does it work?
Once a month till August 25th of 25 to get chemo. And then every 3 months, I'll get a spinal tap. And then after that, it'll be every 3 months, I get a checkup.
Life-changing, huh?
Something like that.
What are your thoughts on it, Dad?
It opens your eyes. Yeah, to see. Excuse me.
No, it's all right, man. We trust me. We know the challenges and the obstacles that these type of things present to people. And in a perfect world, we wouldn't need a program like this, to be quite frank. But we know that these ailments and unfortunate health circumstances exist. And like I said, when we're here, we're just here to be hunters and celebrate hunting. But we know this is a part of that. And I'm just grateful that you're willing to talk about it, because I think folks need to hear about it to be able to appreciate what we do take for granted.
Yes.
And we all take a lot for granted, and it changes on a dime, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. No more, sir. I know that's the Southern gentleman in you, and that's Mom will be proud. Just Josh. Yeah, Joey and I have, and Drew, he's been a part of many of these hunts. We know how challenging these can be. You met some of the other hunters that are going out this week with us. Anna, it's obvious you can look at her and see the challenges that she faces and what Mom and Dad have faced since day one, since she was born. But on the outside, if someone didn't know, looking at you, they would think, that's just a good-looking young 17-year-old boy, right? I may not be what your buddies might say, but a stranger might say that. No, we're very grateful to have you here. I am just going to throw it out there just because I'm guided by the Holy Spirit and a firm believer in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. You're in our prayers. We've been praying about this since I had the opportunity to first meet you back in March in Virginia. We're going to have a wonderful time. Is there an expectation that you have with this hunt?
I just want John to give me the biggest high five afterwards.
Make sure it's way up there too. Yeah. Make a jump for it.
Tell him he's got to jump or get on the tailgate, right?
Oh,
that's awesome. No, John and Drew, you're going to enjoy the time tomorrow with them in the morning. Joey, and just thinking about the preparations for this year and the hunters that we knew were coming, anything different about this year than what you can recall in the last 12 years of doing this, and even before that, all the way back to time when we were affiliated with MDF?
I don't know. We always thought it would get easier trying to facilitate, organize everything, and it doesn't. There's a lot of time put forth, but we do it because we want no hassle for the families, no hassle for the kids. Janet just calling and contacting all the families, getting the flight arrangements done, the lodging done, getting all those food situated, us mailing out the applications. Then they come in, then we get the licenses taken care of. But there's always certain little hiccups and we miss a few things. But we just want to make sure that this entire opportunity is just memorable for not only the kids, but all of us and the families. And that's what we strive to do, is just to make sure that this is practically perfect for them.
Yeah. Do you have a place in your living room or your bedroom where this big, beautiful cow elk is going to be mounted?
Yeah, he's already picked out a spot in the living
You're
room.
going for a cow? I thought it was a calf.
You got tall ceilings?
I was thinking about putting it on the floor as the plan.
Well,
Like that brisket right at the outlet level? Yeah.
Yesterday, your dad said he doesn't have any heads. He doesn't care about that, so we just hung the meat, right?
Plenty of room on the wall.
Oh,
It's one thing there.
I don't have anything mounted, so that makes plenty of room.
Gotcha. Yeah.
the cool thing about that is, and Sam, I could appreciate not mounting a lot of stuff. I haven't mounted a lot of stuff for me, but for my kids and my wife, that seems to be anything they kill they want to have mounted, and that's okay. I think what will be special about getting this mount done and getting it back to you in Virginia is every time you look at it, it just won't be about the harvest or the taste of that backstrap or tenderloin, but it'll be a memory that you get to share with your dad, meeting new friends in Wyoming, seeing new country, new landscape, and I hope every time you get a chance to look at it, and if you're putting it in your living room, it'll stick out. An elk in your living room cannot be missed. There's no doubt about it. I hope it's always fond memories for you. Is there anything in the process of arranging this opportunity for you to come out that was a little frustrating on your end that we just weren't aware of? Help us in the future with future applicants. Was there anything that we could have done differently? And you can be frank. We want criticism.
No, everything has been smooth so far. My wife talked to Janet and everything and took care of everything.
What about the form that you have to take to the physician? Of course, we're familiar with what's required, but how does that work on your end, taking that form in and the conversation you have to have? Yeah.
It all depends. If I would have took it in before I did, they probably would have told me no, just because they didn't want me to leave. They didn't want me to leave from going home to go to the bottom of Virginia.
Okay.
But I think since we took it in and when we did, and they haven't had no blood transfusions or nothing like that, they let me do it just because I'm tough, as they say.
Okay. So the chemo you're taking is a pill form?
I take a pill every day, or I take 4 pills, and I take pills throughout the week, and they'll give me the IV form once a month.
Okay. My father-in-law was diagnosed with colon cancer in May, and he's taking chemo right now, and it's pill form. It's every day for 2 weeks, and then he gets a week off, and he has to do this for a battery of 6 weeks. It just takes its toll on him.
Back when I first met you, I was going every other week, 3 times a week to Fairfax so they could give me IV form 3 days out of the week.
But they feel really good about where you're at with your diagnosis right now.
Yes, sir.
They are putting it in remission. They're kicking its butt.
Yeah.
What was the reaction of classmates, neighbors, other family members? You've had to be able to lean on some people, I'm sure, during this.
Yeah, a lot of support. A lot of support from the whole community.
You hope you never have to deal with this. You always hear of someone else that has it, but never someone in your inner circle within your family. And when it does happen, it's a game changer. We're going to have a great time out here. We're not going to talk about this anymore because now we're just going to talk about hunting. So tell me the ideal scenario that you've thought about in your head that you've got a lot of pressure around Drew and John to make this happen and materialize tomorrow morning.
Ideal scenario.
If you could script this out, you could draw it up. This is what's going to happen tomorrow. What's it look like?
So all of them are not going to like me too much. But I would rather it be down somewhere where we have to backpack it up.
You want to earn it, huh?
That gives it more of the adventure.
The one you got tied up by the road is not going to work.
When you do get it, don't call me.
No, we're calling you guys first.
Do you remember the boy whose dad was a fireman in California?
Oh, yeah.
You hauled 2 quarters out from the bottom of that. That's a good plan. I'm glad you got him with you. Yeah, don't call us.
Yeah, we'll be busy.
That'll be a good opportunity you're certainly going to have a chance to see some pretty steep terrain compared to what you have back home. You've already been out and you've seen some of that landscape. Was there anything about that landscape that besides just being so wide open that surprised you?
It's like brown.
Just dry, just high desert. Yeah, not as lush with vegetation as Virginia is.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, some people don't find that to be beautiful, but I absolutely love the desert. Some people don't like sagebrush. If we didn't have sagebrush, it'd be a dust bowl is what it would be. Sagebrush is absolutely essential. Of course, that's a key dietary need for deer in the wintertime, our pronghorn population. So not everybody thinks this country's pretty, but we sure do love it. Yeah.
I think it's beautiful.
Specific to the critter, any expectations on the critter that Drew should know about so he can lay awake all night tonight thinking about how he's going to meet this demand?
It don't matter.
370. Okay.
Might have to fight Patty for that one. We've had him tied up for a few weeks.
Oh, Patty's just going to have to sacrifice some things.
Yeah, Patty, John's wife, she won a very special commissioner's tag in a raffle earlier this year at Mule Deer Days. And so they've been putting in all the time down there to try to locate one for her, but they're gonna put you on to one good. Let's talk about the schedule tomorrow morning because this will be across the board for everybody. We're going to meet at the Quality Inn. A big thank you to Lisa Anselmi Dalton and her team that own not only the Quality Inn, but also the Holiday Inn Express. She's been a solid partner for us with this program for a number of years.
Meet at 6 o'clock. Just make sure everybody gets loaded. Everybody has all the proper food, beverages that we have. We have some great Jimmy John sandwiches set up for lunches. I don't know, I guess split off most likely. Maybe we'll be a little bit closer. Probably Drew will be a little bit closer because I know he'll need help packing down an elk. So he might be hunting a little bit closer to us. But
I don't get much help out of my dad.
Yeah, I know. I'll be there for you, buddy.
At least somebody.
Yeah, so we'll probably split up. It's a large area. Jason, my brother, and we'll be heading out with Janet and Chris with the other crew. And who knows where he might be. He's out there every day, so I'm sure he'll know a spot to take them to probably get it done pretty quick as well. We'll just see how things roll. We have 3 days of hunting, so you can probably be a little bit picky.
And great weather.
Yeah, 80 degrees is crazy. I always debate, do I like the dust more than I do the mud? I think I'll take the dust over the mud, but sometimes the heat it's tough, and if we're going to be packing out an elk, we'll have to do it quick. But we'll go out there, enjoy all the landscape, maybe play around with some elk once in a while, and then see how things go. Anna's excited, and hopefully we get a good setup with her, and it's going to be a little bit of a challenge with her, but I think everything will work out, and then we'll come back into town and see about another day on the next day.
Drew, and anything you've been thinking about specific to this we should talk about?
I want to get these guys around some screaming bulls and just let them rip, just have fun in that. It's an experience, that's for sure.
There's nothing like hunting elk in September. Yeah. There's just nothing like it, especially in Wyoming. Yeah. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, please don't tell them. Yeah. If they ask about it, just tell them, oh my gosh, that godforsaken place, why would you want to go there? Don't let them know about it.
You guys are hinting about the peak of the rut in this area. You're coming at a perfect time. You should see some fighting.
That'll be fun.
Some mule deer. You're going to see some pronghorn. Just a suite of wildlife that you don't have back home. Just like when we go back there, we always like to see the stuff you have that we don't have. How important is the wild game to your diet? You and I were talking earlier, saying you fill your freezer every year. You guys have a crazy package that's offered in Virginia for residents. For $104, you can kill a bear, 2 turkeys, 6 deer, your cousin's neighbor. You can kill a lot of stuff for $104.
Yeah, we have a lot of whitetails, so they offer you, I think it's 5, might be 6, but I fill my freezer and feed my family with it, and I've done that for years. And it helps, especially in today's world with the prices in the grocery store so high, meat so high, it's hard to afford that. So I like to eat meat.
Is there a go-to recipe at the Lamb household?
Garlic, salt, and pepper.
That's it.
Garlic, salt, and pepper, and onions. That makes everything taste good. Don't overcook it.
125, 130 degree mark is just perfect. What about you? You got a favorite recipe? What?
Wash your sister sauce is what I say.
That's all right. I'm glad to hear that's how it's pronounced in the South.
Yeah.
You should hear how Joey says it.
I'm not even going to try.
Let it marinate and then put it on the smoker.
And boy, you guys have all kinds of hardwoods back there, different varieties of wood that you have access to that we have to pay a premium out here to get. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I just wanted to thank you once again for your effort to come out here, experience this, and we hope that it meets all your expectations. And I'm looking forward to March 29th already of 2025, going back to Virginia and being able to talk about this at their event in front of your community and the folks that support this effort. Of course, this had nothing to do with the chapter directly, but I think you'd be remiss if I didn't mention Robert Hutman, who attends that event on an annual basis. He reached out and said, I know of an individual, I know of a boy and his family that I think would be good candidates to consider. So you have a connection with Robert. You've known him a long time.
Yeah, I grew up right beside Robert and I've known him a long time. And he's a great guy, does a lot for the community, and good to have him as a friend.
You guys attended the Virginia Blue Ridge chapter banquet last year. That was your first time coming. What was your thoughts?
There was a lot of people there.
Yeah, that's pretty neat, huh?
There was a lot of people there.
What a venue, huh? And that golf course.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed a little bougie to me. It was pretty swank. I was like, man, we're out of our element here.
That's where we have our proms at.
Oh, is it?
That same golf course.
Nice. You're junior in high school or senior? Senior. What's your plans after school?
A firefighter.
You've had that dream for a long time?
Yeah.
Good walk.
Yeah.
Nice.
This April, I'm taking college classes now. So this April, I'll have my EMT certification. So I can pretty much get out of school and go get my firefighter 1 and all.
Very nice. Yeah, remember when I told you about Wyatt? Was I right?
What'd you tell me?
I said, man, he looks a lot like Hunter.
Oh, yeah, he does. He's got blonde hair.
He didn't have that long hair when I met him in March, but Joey's youngest boy, Hunter, when I came back, that was the first thing I told Joey. I was like, man, there's that name. I can't remember what they call it, where everybody has like a double. Do you know what that's called?
No, doppelganger.
Will he have a chance to meet Hunter?
Yeah, maybe. Hunter might come tonight to the dinner. He doesn't know for sure. He's got to get up early in the morning, so he thought he'd go to bed instead. But we'll see. He might come with his mom.
When you see, if you get a chance to meet Joey's boy, you're going to be like looking in a mirror.
You're better looking than
I'll be sure to point that out. All right, gents. What else haven't we covered that we want to talk about? Anything that we've missed? We're just very excited. We're grateful for you to be here. We'll be praying for you and your continued journey on this path that God has put you on. But I know He doesn't give us more than we can handle, is what the good book says. And He knows what people can handle and what people can't. So He obviously thought you could handle this. You're going to get through it. Just going to keep praying about it. The crazy thing about this is you're not going to be able to appreciate today, tomorrow, the rest of this week here, even this year. But 5 years from now, when we're still talking, that's the kind of friendships that this program develops for us and the communications. You always have a contact in Wyoming, and that's pretty special. So, parting shots?
we're all family now. This is what it is. We created memories together. We're all family, and we just hope everybody can stay in touch and keep us up to date on how things are going. And yeah, like Josh says, if you're ever in Wyoming, just always look us up. Willing to do whatever, hang out, spend a couple days doing something if you want. It doesn't matter. Just always remember, you guys have a great bond with us now, and thankful that I have the opportunity to do this. It's very special. It's my favorite part of the year. Yeah, just looking forward to some more great hunts and seeing what everybody pulls out.
Drew?
Yeah, you said it great. Being in Omaha now and looking forward to getting back out in the hills where it's nice and cooler for one and less people. And can't wait to hear the bulls screaming tomorrow. See your eyes light up like a Christmas tree.
Can you recall a hunt in the past that has had this type of weather in September?
I want to say Deegan's bull was similar. It was about 75, 80 degrees. And somehow we got that bull to come right up to us at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
This is pretty exceptional weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we don't even want to mention the W word.
Nope.
Makes it hard for calling. That's for sure.
All right, Dad, what you got?
Oh, I'm thankful for y'all's organization here, and I'm glad that there's so many people that support y'all to be able to do this. It's great that there's a lot of good people left out there to do this.
We're blessed and humbled by it every year, but it's a good thing. All right, young man, you get the last word.
Oh, my. Thank y'all for letting me come out here, first of all, and enjoy all this and this great place y'all have. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight.
Yeah, I bet not. I thought about that.
I don't think most kids do.
No. The adrenaline will carry you through.
Yeah.
Dad will wake you up in the morning. Unless you don't need woke up, you might still be awake.
Yeah.
Again, very nice to have you, Wyatt and Sam, here. And thank you, Drew, for your efforts with this program and the time you put forth it's a haul to get from Omaha to here. And for you to come home for this and know how important this is and how much we've enjoyed you being a part of this. It's just all around good stuff. All right, until next time, happy trails.
And that wraps up another episode of Wild Things and Wild Places. But remember, the journey doesn't end here. Make sure you never miss out by subscribing. Whether you're listening to us on your favorite podcast platform, streaming us on our website, or following us on social media, subscribing is the best way to stay connected. Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for more wild episodes.
Everybody knows I'm a Muley Fanatic.